Hi Rose, it's nice to meet you here in EthDublin, and we just met there outside in the aisle, and I saw DocFi. So tell us about where you come from and what this project DocFi is.
Sure. So nice to meet you. Sure. I'm Rose. I'm from Dublin, and I work on DarkFi, which is a layer one that's been built for what we call anonymous engineering. And what that means is it's a new art and science of creating anonymous applications. So those applications, they use these new advanced techniques that have been made possible by innovations in things such as zero knowledge cryptography. And so what DarkFi does is it exposes an interface for developers so that they can compose anonymous applications that make use of ZK and other techniques to write featureful, privacy preserving and anonymous apps.
Okay. Why was there a need for a solution like this? When did you find out, or that gap that you identified, that we need to build a solution like DocFi?
So the main issue facing cryptocurrency today is the lack of privacy and anonymity. Cryptocurrency was supposed to be decentralized, censorship resistant, unstoppable, borderless, permissionless, radical finance. But instead, it's ended up just becoming a mimicry of the existing financial system and putting surveillance on chain. So DarkFi wants to fix this. We see surveillance as the biggest threat to freedom today. So we're trying to restore user sovereignty. And the kind of biggest idea here, in my opinion, is restore the ability for people to actually create other worlds that they want to live in. This is like the freedom of self-determination, of like actually creating a new destiny for yourself and for your community. This is what's at stake when we talk about total surveillance. Surveillance takes the power to define the future away from people.
Okay, interesting. Very interesting. That's the positive and the aim that we are reaching for. But for with every positive change and every positive and optimistic development, there is always a risk that comes in. So what type of risk do you see? Because when it comes to anonymizing the crypto or this particular use case that we're trying to solve, anonymizing the aspects of this use case. So when we are anonymizing, it might cause some risks to maybe terrorism could be.
So our objective is to empower everyone with anonymity and privacy preserving technology. So we're putting the code, it's free software, AGPL licensed. We're putting it online. It's a self-sovereign blockchain that anyone can run locally on their computer, eventually on their phone. So, we're really making it so anyone has access to this.
Okay.
We don't express, and we don't control who's using it, which means that, yes, of course, it can be used by any sort of group to fulfill their objective. The same way all technologies empower all different groups. But I think it's important not to lapse into kind of scaremongering about the potential threats of privacy, because I see the potential threat of surveillance, which is the lack of privacy, as something that has like a far greater poses a far greater threat to freedom today. What we're seeing now is that encryption, end-to-end encryption, is they're trying to criminalize it. In Europe and other parts of the world, there's this ongoing war on cryptography and on privacy, and the rhetoric that they're using to argue that they should take away all of our privacy and anonymity is that it's necessary for child safety. But this is a lie. The way to keep children safe is to not put them under constant surveillance and take away their data and data sovereignty. It's to allow children and other people to communicate privately. So that's the only cautionary note I would give.
Okay, thank you, Rose. So I forgot to ask you, what role do you play in the project right now? So tell us about what your day-to-day looks like.
So I'm a programmer, and we're trying to ship the mainnet right now. So most of the time I'm working on that. We're trying to launch this year. Right now we have a test net. It's very close to being finished. But I also want to it's kind of not exactly answering your question, but I also want to mention that because you said that the information was quite technical, it was very abstract. That DarkFi is not simply, just trying to give developers a general purpose toolkit to build whatever application they want. Although we do offer that, we're also actually building applications ourselves that demonstrate the potential of the technology. So to give you a concrete example of the kind of apps that we have already working on DarkFi now, we have two pillars of applications. The first is anonymous finance. So we have anonymous transactions between any asset on DarkFi. We have anonymous swaps between any asset. We have a anonymous DAO, which is, I find the most interesting, which is essentially a on-chain encrypted treasury that can be operated on according to rules set by the DAO. And so it's anonymous in the sense that the treasury is encrypted, the participants are encrypted, all the activity of the DAO is encrypted, and it can also be used as the basis for what's called protocol-owned liquidity. So you could actually use this DAO inside of other smart contracts, and you can use it to build very interesting applications. So that's a very interesting product that we have. Then on the other pillar, we have these communication coordination tools. So an anonymous chat is actually very much at the heart of what DarkFi is. So we have a peer-to-peer anonymous chat where we do all of our communication. It's fully unlinkable. It's the most anonymous chat existing on the market.
Wow.
And you can change your nick as much as you want, and it's completely unlinkable. We have Tor enabled, so there's network level privacy, and we have encrypted chats and encrypted DMs, but it's fully peer-to-peer. So we have that. We also have anonymous tasks, so that we can coordinate as a dev team without having to rely on stuff like GitHub or Google Docs or like these other centralized solutions. So our goal is really in this two domains: anonymous coordination, anonymous finance. And that's why I really see like the vision of DarkFi personally, like others have different answers to this, is to enable communities to essentially author new futures, like envision new worlds that they want to build and actually create those worlds using the techniques that we provide: anonymous communication, coordination, and finance.
Okay, great. Thank you, Rose. It's brilliant, amazing. This is the first time I got to hear about DarkFi and also to hear about the whole use case and the information that you have shared. Great, thank you.
Can I give a quick...
sure.
I just want to give a quick shout out.
Okay.
Because I've got these books with me.
Yeah.
This is Agorism in the 21st Century. It's a philosophy journal that I edit alongside Paul Dillon Ennis.
Oh, right. Yes, he's one of my role models.
Yeah, you're a fan of.
Yeah.
So check out our website, agorist.xyz. You can purchase these books, and they're full of wisdom and philosophy.
All right. Wisdom and philosophy related to the real life.
Yeah, exactly.
Life
And crypto as well.
Oh, and crypto as well. Okay, amazing. Thank you so much. Brilliant. Thank you for your time.
Thanks.
Amazing.
Okay.
Oh. I think that was good.
Okay,
That's
yeah.
okay.
I hope I didn't. I feel like I made the question about